Lizzo is now trying to cover up the allegations against her, but I, along with many other people, are not buying it. This is Hot Takes.
I don't like Chick-fil-A.
Taylor Swift is overrated.
If you drive a pickup truck for reasons that are other than employment related, I don't like you.
Listen to your friends who care about astrology.
Escape rooms are fun.
What is your hot take?
Drop a hot take.
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 Welcome back to Hot Takes. I'm your host, Ian Isaiah. So I figured I'd make this quick update video to my last one where allegations were made against Lizzo by her dancers. Go watch that video. I'll link it up above so you can go watch the full thing and get the full picture. But basically, Lizzo has since gone on Instagram and said that these allegations are fake.
It's totally made up. Pure fiction.
So today, we're going to read through them. And I just want to hear what you think about them, because I am not convinced, along with many other people in the comments. So Lizzo posted this little essay on Notes app, because of course you have to do that. These last few days have been gut-wrenchingly difficult and overwhelmingly disappointing. My work ethic, morals, and respectfulness have been questioned. My character has been criticized. Usually I choose not to respond to false allegations, but these are as unbelievable as they sound and too outrageous to not be addressed. These sensationalized stories are coming from former employees who have already publicly admitted that they were told their behavior on tour was inappropriate and unprofessional. As an artist, I have always been very passionate about what I do. I take my music and my performances seriously because at the end of the day, I only want to put on the best art that represents me and my fans. With passion comes hard work and high standards. Sometimes I have to make hard decisions, but it's never my intention to make anyone feel uncomfortable or like they aren't valued as an important part of the team. I am not here to be looked at as a victim, but I also know that I am not the villain that people in the media have portrayed me to be these last few days. I am very open with my sexuality and expressing myself, but I cannot accept or allow people to use that openness to make me out to be something I am not. There is nothing I take more seriously than the respect we deserve as women in the world. I know what it feels like to be body shamed on a daily basis and would absolutely never criticize or terminate an employee because of their weight. I'm hurt, but I will not let the good work I've done in the world be overshadowed by this. I want to thank everyone who has reached out in support to lift me up during this difficult time. Okay. Can we just point out the fact that this isn't just one person we're talking about, okay? This is multiple people who have come out and spoken against her for what she has done. The sexual harassment, the fat shaming, and the harsh work environments, okay? I mean, making them work for 12 hours until one pees on herself because you want to see who's the best dancers? Unacceptable. You don't do that to people. Now, thankfully, most people in the comments were not convinced, but let's just take a look at some of these. Someone here said the double standard in these comments is astounding. When victims of sexual harassment or assault come forward against a man, we say that women must first be believed before the facts can be investigated. But as soon as these same allegations are about a woman you happen to be a fan of, suddenly the alleged victims are lying opportunists. Look, when multiple people make the same claim of sexual harassment or assault against someone, we have to believe them until the facts indicate otherwise. Full stop. And I think this is a very important thing, is that unless Lizzo can prove otherwise, there's no reason to believe her, because this is a very serious matter that was brought up by the dancers, and that is definitely something we should be taking seriously. Someone else said, girl, this said a whole lot of nothing. Everyone runs around saying, believe all women, believe victims. But now that the aggressor is a woman, y'all want to believe this PR written statement? She straight out denies the fat shaming, but dances around the topic of sexual harassment. Okay, no. And trying to make yourself a victim and pull an Uno reverse is some wild shit to do. Girl, they're getting their bag because you're allegedly a terror to those who are your subordinates, and so is your Bible-thumping head dancer. Next. And someone else on top of that said, notice how the only thing she pointed out was how she didn't body shame anyone? Yeah, that's a good point. She only said, I never fat shamed anyone. I never fat shamed anyone. She didn't say anything about the sexual harassment charge about telling her dancers to eat a banana out of somebody's vagina. Okay, that I think is a very important thing. Unfortunately, some of these comments were not as convinced. Right, here's one saying, I've known many people and other artists who have worked with and for you, but I've never heard anyone say anything but fantastic things about the energy and working environment they experienced. I'm hoping and praying all of this clears up soon, mama. I don't know how to feel about that because, like I said in my episode yesterday, people can act one way and put the mask on when they're working with certain people and then immediately remove the mask as soon as they go into their private life or with other people. And I think that's a very important thing to distinguish. It's like, I almost think of it as like restaurant reviews. You know how you see, like, maybe it's a place with like 4.5 stars and you have all these 5-star reviews, and then there's that 1-star review of like, oh, well, this person treated me like that. It's kind of like that. I don't know if that's a good comparison to make. Somebody else said, give her the same grace and benefit y'all give black men when they are accused of things. Somebody in that thread said, black men get 0 grace when accused. So what does she get? I mean, unfortunately, a lot of the times that is still pretty true. And it's a hard thing to admit. And it's not something I would like to admit, again, as somebody who would like to strip away the barrier of color, but it does still happen. Someone else said, it's so weird you want to act like I've been a victim of fat shaming and misogyny when that's the very culture you fostered for the people working under you. And somebody replied to that, oh, you were there? Fascinating. Yeah, exactly. It's just kind of like, how do you know? We don't know. The news is still very fresh. And until the allegations are followed through with, until the lawsuit actually happens, we won't know anything. But until then, this is the best update I can give you. Maybe I'll make a video about that when it happens. But for now, Lizzo, I don't think this is working to your advantage. Thank you for watching this episode of Hot Takes. If you enjoyed this video, which I hope you did, please make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps me out, and it makes sure you never miss a future episode. Thanks, guys.